If you're skeptical about Star Trek, Prodigy, these 8 episodes will change your mind. If you've been skeptical of Star Trek, Prodigy because it's an animated series, I'd ask you to watch at least one of these episodes with an open mind. Longtime adult fans might think Star Trek. Prodigy is a diluted version of Trek because it's made with children in mind, but Prodigy respects kids' intelligence and Star Trek canon. Star Trek. Prodigy never talks down to its audience, trusting them to understand its high-concept stories without hand-holding. Star Trek. Prodigy's young main characters think and act like actual kids do, and they're treated accordingly. Aside from hologram Janeway Kate Mulgrew and her crash course on the United Federation of Planets, Starfleet, and the protostars technology in Star Trek. Prodigy Season 1, Episode 3, Starstruck. Prodigy does its own world building without many connections to the greater Star Trek universe in its first few episodes. Some may consider that a strength, but for those who want stronger ties to the franchise, Star Trek. Prodigy Season 1, Episode 6, Kobayashi, delivers that in spades. The title references the Kobayashi Maru test, which self-styled Captain Dahl undergoes on the USS Protostar's holodeck. Unlike Star Trek, Lower Decks' characters who are well-versed in Starfleet's recent history, Dahl has no idea that his hand-picked holographic crew is made up of legends, or that he's supposed to lose. Star Trek. Prodigy lends authenticity to its cameos through archived audio and the return of one Trek star, making Kobayashi a treat for longtime fans. If there's one episode that can change a skeptical Trekkie's mind about Star Trek, Prodigy, I believe that episode is Star Trek. Prodigy Season 1, Episode 8, Time Amok. The standalone episode uses a temporal anomaly to divide the USS Protostar crew, stranding each one in a zone where time moves differently. Time Amok reminds me of similar Star Trek, The Next Generation or Star Trek, Voyager episodes, where a sci-fi problem is solved through creativity, teamwork, and a process of trial and error. The solution doesn't come as easily as it might to other Star Trek crews, and for good reason. The USS Protostar crew are just kids, no matter how competent they think they are. Star Trek. Prodigy acknowledges that these kids have a lot to learn. Success comes with solid character development for everyone, especially Rock Talk Really Allah's Rockwe, who pays a necessary but heartbreaking price. Time Amok asks its audience to put aside prejudice and have compassion for others, while rigorous science saves the day. It doesn't get much more Star Trek than that. It's easy to underestimate Star Trek. Prodigy. At first glance, it looks like a colorful, kid-targeted animated series with little to offer diehard Trek fans. But that assumption couldn't be further from the truth. Beneath the sleek animation and youthful cast lies a series that captures the heart of Star Trek better than many live-action counterparts. If you're skeptical, these 8 episodes just might change your mind. 1. Lost and Found, Parts 1 and 2. The 2-part premiere is the perfect launchpad. It introduces a ragtag group of teens escaping oppression, discovering the abandoned USS Protostar, and encountering a familiar holographic face, Janeway. It's not just setup. It's emotionally rich, gorgeously animated, and establishes a deep Trek tone. 2. Kobayashi. This episode is pure love letter to fans. Dahl takes the infamous no-win scenario and finds himself mentored by holographic legends like Spock, Odo, Uhura, and Scotty. It's nostalgic without being cheesy, and its message about leadership feels earned. 3. Time Amok. A mind-bending temporal puzzle showcases each crew member in isolated time streams. It's the most Trek-like episode yet, blending character development with sci-fi ingenuity. For fans of TNG or Voyager time travel stories, this is gold. 4. A Moral Star, Parts 1 and 2. The mid-season finale is a turning point. The crew must decide whether to risk everything to save miners they left behind. It explores classic Trek ethics. Sacrifice, hope, and doing the right thing against the odds. 5. Let Sleeping Borg Lie. You can't do Trek without the Borg, and this one delivers. It smartly introduces the franchise's most iconic villains while using them to push the character's personal growth, especially Zero's reckoning with past trauma. 6. Supernova, Parts 1 and 2. The season finale is a knockout. High-stakes battles, emotional farewells, and ultimate sacrifice collide in a bold, mature arc. It leaves no doubt that Prodigy is for more than just kids.